Hello, everybody. Hope your morning is going well today. Once again, we are back with Doki Doki Blue Skies. So, last stream, it was after Halloween, which we barely talked about, like I said. We had lunch on the roof with everybody but Natsuki and just kind of talked. Even just kind of briefly talking about what we're going to do after high school. And that kind of got us thinking. Especially about Yuri. Which is interesting. And I was like, yeah, I just kind of met her, but I don't want to, leave her kind of thing. So clearly we've got something, some kind of interest building. Which is nice. Also, we're walking around town to distract ourselves from homework. And ran into Sayori and Natsuki at a little bakery. Talked for a bit, then figured, hey, maybe I should take Yuri to this place. She might enjoy it. And probably a few days later, after a quick trip to the bookstore with her, we did end up going. And then we kind of truly saw the extent of her social anxiety. She could barely get the words out to just to order a tea. And then we got into a really deep talk about the labels we put onto people is just kind of like the expectations we have for them. Like, in Yuri's case, she's seen as smart, so it's expected that she would behave and act like a smart person and know everything, and if she were to do any less, it could look bad on her. She even brought up Sayori as an example to make it a little more understanding for us. We see her as, happy, bubbly, all that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, okay. What, so does that mean she's not allowed to have any other emotions? Is she not allowed to be unhappy? That's kind of the point she was getting. People are seen and labeled as probably one specific characteristic, and then there's a lot of expectations behind said characteristic. But after a rambling speech, because of course we're a teenager trying to form our thoughts together, we just kind of say it doesn't matter. I don't think it doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter how you could potentially screw up. You're just human, and I'm always going to see you as Yuri. Nothing more, nothing less. Which is, that was pretty sweet. I totally butchered that, so please, go ahead and watch the last VOD to get, actually get the actual sense of that scene, because my heavily abridged version is nowhere near the impact. Alright, time to do our standard censor that. I'll only turn that on when I go through a second playthrough. There's no point in doing it now because we've already passed Halloween. Alright. We shall load up our last save and continue on the Yuri route. Don't take that out of context. Brr. Really starting to feel the chill of the nippy November air. If this is any indication, it looks like winter is going to be pretty bad this year. Blowing on my hands, I start to journey to school, although I stop once I see a familiar red bow on the sidewalk. Hey, Baron! Morning, Sayori. Man, it's cold, isn't it? She shivers slightly. No surprise, given her uniform, much like mine, isn't really built for warmth. Do they not have a summer and winter uniform? If this isn't Japan, they would. Granted, I don't even think the winter uniforms are that much warmer. I think there's a big thing about them even just fighting to be able to wear like some kind of leggings or tights in the winter just to keep warm. I don't know. I can't remember the specifics. I don't even know if that's a real thing. It probably is a real thing though. 'Cause yeah, there's a thing about being in uniform, but there's also a thing about being comfortable and also, you know, warm in general. It's like, yeah, cool, wearing the same thing is great and all, but when we're all potentially getting frostbite just coming to goddamn school, yeah. Can we do something about that? Obviously, the guys have the advantage because they get to wear pants. The girls, unfortunately, at least in Japan for the most part, they wear skirts as part of the uniform. All year round. And Japan has some harsh winters. Yeah, still not cold. Cool enough yet. It really is. My hands are the worst. I'm always forgetting my gloves. Forgetting, or have you just lost them again? Same thing, really. Anyway, how have you been recently? Yeah, pretty good, thanks. Weird interaction. How about you? Yeah, I've been okay. This year feels like it's going by so quickly, doesn't it? Tell me about it. Since joining the literature club, it all feels like a blur. Yeah, you've really settled in well, haven't you? I'm so glad that you managed to make friends with everyone so soon. Especially with Yuri. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Nothing. I'm just teasing. It really looks like you two are getting along, huh? Yeah. Yeah, we are. She's really fun to talk to. Always shrouded in mystery, so I never really know what to expect. But it's not a bad thing, you know? I was kind of surprised to see her open up to you so much. I always thought she would just keep to herself. Yeah, I guess. I'm not complaining, though. I'm just glad I've managed to get her out of her shell, you know? I didn't think I'd have anything to talk to her about when we first met, but I'm glad to have been proven wrong. She's really smart and elegant, isn't she? Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Never met anyone like her before. I was kind of scared she'd be really judgmental, because, well, we both know I'm no poet, nor do I have an extensive taste in reading. Yeah, you just like your manga, man. I'm gonna briefly drop down for a second, do not be alarmed. There we go. As I got to know her more and more, I felt like we actually have a lot more in common than I realized. She's really opened my eyes to a whole new world of literature, and I'm really grateful for that. Sayori's quiet for a moment, although truthfully, I don't really notice. My brain is still preoccupied thinking about all the time I've spent with Yuri. Baron? Huh? You were staring off into space. Oh, sorry. I was just thinking about stuff. She looks down for a moment. What kind of stuff do you guys talk about?
I've never seen you so lost in thought, so I'm guessing it was pretty deep.
Would you believe me if I said books? The Awakening, to give an example.
I don't think I've heard of it. What's it about?
Oh god, that's a question. Well, the main themes are about society, constraints, loneliness, expectations, that kind of thing. I didn't realize how lonely Yuri was. Discussing the book with it and drawing upon the parallels between its themes and her life really made me notice. Although, in a strange way, it made me enjoy our time together. I felt like she finally had a proper friend she could talk to about her hobbies and walk with around town. Ugh. Ugh. I get the feeling she doesn't really get to discuss her literary interest in much detail, which is really sad. But seeing how happy and excited she was, it really put a smile on my own face.
That's just like you, Baron. Always looking out for others. I remember you were like that with me when we were kids.
I remember those days as well. I feel like such a long time ago, don't they?
They really do.
Our conversation is cut short by school looming in sight. After bidding each other goodbye, we both make our ways to our respective classes. About half an hour has passed since the start of the lesson. After explaining the task, Sakurai left us to our own devices, while he sits at the front marking some papers. It's amazing how much more engaging the material is when you actually have an interest in it. Duh. Can't exactly say I'm a history buff, but spending time with Yuri, especially when we talk about themes, has made me appreciate what the world was like during the previous century. It's easy for us to see now, but back then, no one realized Germany was a breeding ground for hatred. Yeah, that 1940s Germany, yep. Everything going all right, Baron? His voice is going to change a lot, I'm going to tell you right now. All good on my end, sir. You're right. This century really is interesting. Of course! Although, it's rather unfortunate how I'm limited with how much depth I can go into, given that this is just high school history. Anyway, I want to ask you how you're feeling for your upcoming exams. Pretty confident, actually. I've been doing a lot of reading, so I reckon I'll do pretty well with the essay subjects. Well, in that case, I expect your history marks to be a true reflection of how amazing your teacher is. Sorry, teacher humor. Anyway, that's encouraging to hear. How about the sciences and mathematics? Well... Not my strong suit, but I've had a few study sessions with Yuri, and I'm hoping to consolidate my knowledge. Ah, study sessions? You're adopting a very commendable approach to ensure you're a well-rounded student. It has nothing to do with you wanting to spend more time with Yuri, I assume? Sakurai fucking knows. He ain't dumb. He's fresh out of teacher's college. He knows. He still understands the high school kids. He hasn't been jaded by years of teaching. Just teasing. But for what it's worth, take it from me, you've definitely killed two birds with one stone. He winks and chuckles to himself. A warm flush courses through my cheeks as I watch him as he approaches the next student. God damn, the teacher's giving you props, man. It's like, good job. You're studying and spending time with the girl. Good job. Well, he strikes me as the kind of guy who's been in my situation before. The sound of bell ringing in my... Probably supposed to be above there. The sound of the bell ringing in my ears. I pack up my things and head for the literature club. After waving hello to the girls, I take a seat. Soon after, Monica kickstarts the session.
Okay, everyone. As you're all aware, exams are coming up, so over the next few weeks, I think it'd be best if we put these sessions on hold. I know no one really wants to, but unfortunately, we'll be too busy to run them.
Unless someone else wants to run these sessions in my place. There's a general murmur of conversation. Wouldn't really feel the same without you, to be honest.
Agreed.
I could do with more time to focus on math and stuff anyway. As much as I enjoy these sessions, they don't really help out with that. How about you, Sayori? Natsuki?
Yeah, it's a shame, but I understand. Fine by me. We need to have a Christmas party, though.
Hooray, Christmas!
Like we did with Halloween.
We can definitely plan that after our exams are over. Damn, I'm fucking losing it. For now, though, let's share poems, shall we? Yeah, they still write poems. That's a thing, apparently.
That was a good session to end it on for now, guys.
See y'all soon. Oh, and Sayori, you wanted to talk? With that, I head for the door with Yuri in tow. You're not even gonna ask? Sayori, you want me to wait up for you? Jeez. Kinda being a bad friend here, Game Baron. Ironically enough, I find myself thinking of Sayori this time as I walk home with Yuri.
Dude, come on.
You just kind of left her. Not even asking, hey, want me to wait up? Hey, Nichols, how's it going? Sorry, just have to apply bandage. My terrible habit continues. There we go. What does she think about when she walks home? I kind of feel guilty walking home with Yuri instead of Sayori. Good. The Isabel Build-A-Bear came in today? Oh my, finally! After trying so hard, it finally arrived. So, I'm guessing multiple pictures and maybe a bit at the beginning of your stream to show it off. But Sayori stayed behind to talk to Monica after the club meeting ended, so... A part of me is kind of glad I get to talk to Yuri alone, though.
Baron?
Sorry. I sort of spaced out for a bit.
It's fine. You must be feeling stressed from all that exam preparation.
Yeah, totally.
Anyway, I was just saying, I'm glad that we did end up playing the study session together. With my help, perhaps you'll feel less stressed after today. Um, that is to say, if you need any help at all. God damn it. I'm not trying to assume anything about your capabilities. Or anything.
Don't worry. I'm pretty sure I will need your help. How have you been, though? Read any new books?
I actually did start one fairly recently. The Stranger by Albert Camus.
Huh. Is it any good?
It is, at least in my opinion. Simply put, it's about a man who feels like, well, a stranger in society. He's overwhelmingly indifferent to life, and as a result, freely disregards social norms. I don't know if you're familiar with Camus, but he wrote a lot on the absurd.
What, like ridiculous things?
More like absurdity in a philosophical sense. Well, he doesn't explicitly speak on it in The Stranger, but the novel is heavily entrenched in themes of absurdity. And they're shown through the seeming innate irrationality of humanity through the plot's events. Funnily enough, the main character only finds happiness after realizing that there is no inherent meaning to life. Not that I actually find it funny or anything.
Jeez, she's always overthinking her words. It's cute when she gets flustered, but also makes me worry for her. Well, I'll do what I can to distract her from her nerves. So that absurdity comes from the lack of purpose in the universe, then?
Not quite. Rather, it comes from the contradiction between the simultaneous need and inability to find that purpose.
Dang. Kind of a depressing subject matter, don't you think?
I suppose so. But interestingly, Camus still thought we should search for a meaning to life anyway.
Hey, want to continue our conversation inside? With a start, Yuri looks up to see we've reached my house.
I didn't realize we'd already arrived.
I don't doubt that. After all, our conversation's been pretty interesting. Talking about the absurdity. We make our way up to the front door as I rummage through my bag for my keys. Right, there they are. The lock smoothly turns with a sharp click, and with that, we're in. I toss my bag onto the couch while Yuri places hers gently on the floor. As I stretch, a yawn breaks across my face.
Tired already?
She sits down on the couch and smiles at me with a gentle chuckle. Honestly, I'm always tired when I get home from school. I can only take so much schooling before I collapse and die.
I suppose I'll need a defibrillator ready when we start studying.
Hope you know CPR. The fu- Weird. Okay. I find myself slouching down on the couch as we pull out our revision materials. So many notes to look over. I really don't want to start. Hey, speaking of death, you know how we were speaking about absurdism before? Isn't all that kind of similar to existentialism? Or nihilism? Nihilism? I think it's nihilism. Or, no, nihilism. Nihilism. Thanks, KOTOR 2. Thank you so much. Because you basically have a fucking, you know, character named that, but you pronounce it Nihilus. So that screws me up.
Yes, although I'd say that absurdist thought lies somewhere in between those two. For instance, existentialists could say that you can find a meaning to life. Nihilists would say you can't. And absurdists would assert that you can to some extent.
So, what do you say their meaning to life is? Or your meaning to life?
So you're finally asking this question. To be honest, I'm not too sure. I don't think I've read enough to form any solid conclusions.
Really? You haven't read enough?
It's not that hard to believe, is it? There's so many books out there that I want to read, but that I may never get to. Maybe you could say that for now, my purpose is to learn to embrace the absurd. Because then, I might be able to learn how to let go of my self-doubts and baggage.
I think that those feelings you have are pretty relatable. There are a lot of things which we might care about that really don't matter in the grand scheme of things. Yes. There are many things that a lot of us worry about that in the end really just aren't important. Like trying to impress people, having the best, like the biggest house or the most expensive car. That stuff in the grand scheme of things means nothing, but most of that's material. I'm sure there are a lot more better examples, but those are the first ones that pop into my mind. So again, in the grand scheme of things, they don't really mean anything. Ooh. And learning to let go of those psychological barriers is something that can probably generate a lot of meaning, I think. So, in my opinion, that's a great meaning to derive. No matter what meaning you try to make out in this world, though, I'll try to support you along the way. Damn, you're really supportive. Just always like, yeah, yeah. I don't know. Seems a bit much. Then again, who knows? Apparently we don't really have that many friends, so we're just trying to really reaffirm, yeah, she's gotta be a friend. I want to hold on to this friend so I don't lose her. Or any of them. Actually, this actually ties back a bit, because we know our Game Baron actually feels incredibly alone, since his parents are divorced, his mom is always overseas to support him and her. And the only thing he's got to keep himself entertained most of the time is manga and anime. He doesn't talk to anyone. Really. Even Sayori, he's only really recently gotten back to talking with, so... It may seem a little forward of him to say stuff like this to people he's known for maybe 2 months at most, potentially. Just could be him trying to keep hold of them so he doesn't lose a connection with people that help him not be as lonely. He's probably also doing it unintentionally, too. Just like a thing in his subconscious. He's just gonna say things to try to help keep them around because he doesn't want to lose these new friends. That's how I'm seeing it anyway. Then again, I'm also full of a bunch of bullshit half the time, so take that as you will.
Thank you. It's difficult to put into words, but I truly appreciate all your continual encouragement.
Well, you put it into words right there.
I'll probably have to do a lot more introspection throughout my life. But it's reassuring to know it's a good use of my time. I hope that someday I'll be able to grow stronger.
I definitely think you have it in you to do that.
Maybe.
Suddenly embarrassed, Yuri shuffles her papers around as if to create a distraction.
On the topic of good uses of time, we should probably get to studying.
Ah, man. Guess it can't be helped. We spread out all our textbooks and notes on the coffee table to begin deciding on where to start. As we get ready, I notice a small smile breaking through Yuri's attempt at a serious face. Ah, shoot! The pen I've been twirling shoots out of my grasp and clatters across the table. Yuri jumps a bit, startled by the sudden noise. She must have been concentrating hard on her problem sets. It's no wonder that she's a better student than me, with how incredibly focused she can get. Well, it's not like I set the bar high or anything, but she's just really diligent. She seems virtually immune to distractions and boredom. Unlike me, my mind probably wanders 80% of the time.
It's been a while since we started, hasn't it?
Looks like Yuri picked up on how bored I am. Yeah, I actually got a lot done. Thanks for all your help with math and physics, by the way.
You're welcome. Helping you solidified everything in my mind anyway, so...
You don't give yourself enough credit. You're a real lifesaver.
Thank you. I know that sometimes I have a hard time articulating my thoughts on certain topics. So just let me know if you need me to explain something again.
I think I got the gist of everything for now. My stomach gurgles before I can continue talking about schoolwork. On another note, how does dinner sound?
Oh, I wouldn't want to impose.
Come on, I'm gonna be cooking for myself anyway. What's one more mouth to feed?
Well, if you're absolutely sure.
I'm now just realizing how I'm actually doing both Yuri and Sayori's voice. I'm speaking by inhaling. I'm just realizing that now. Talking normally, yeah, I'm clearly expelling air. But when I'm doing those two, I'm actually inhaling as I speak. It's weird. It works. I don't know why it took me this long to figure that out. That's probably why I'm getting so winded after each freaking line. And why I have to take so many breaths. Just like... Of course I am. Actually, do you want to take extras to take home? Do you want extras to take home too? Yeah. Words. I want to make it up to your parents for keeping you away for so long.
They won't need it. You needn't go that far to be a gracious host.
Alright then, if you're sure. You gonna study a little more, or do you want to help make sure I don't burn the house down in the kitchen?
love to help, but
She bites her lip, her cheeks pink.
would it be alright if I were to do a couple stretches in the living room while you cooked? I apologize if this is inappropriate.
Huh? You mean like you mean something like yoga? Yoga?
A little, although I've never specifically done yoga before. It feels a bit embarrassing.
It's embarrassing? As I try to imagine Yuri doing yoga, my cheeks begin to heat up. Calm down, Game Baron. Okay, yeah. I can see why Yuri would think that about yoga.
Anyway, they're just some simple stretches to help relieve some of my back and neck pain. I have terrible posture, and sitting down for extended periods of time with my back hunched over tends to make my muscles incredibly tense.
Man, it doesn't take much to get Game Baron going. I mean, he's a teenager that's left alone inside his house with barely any contact with people. His life is video games, anime, and manga. There's something brewing. There's some kind of tension. And now he has cute girl alone in his house with him. Posture, huh? Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. Feel free to do your exercises in the living room then. She smiles gratefully at me.
It shouldn't take too long.
I ponder my dinner options as I head into the kitchen. I do still have some frozen dumplings left. But I don't really want to make it seem like they're the only things I ever eat. As much as I love them, a man's gotta have his limits. So, what's another dish that could somehow impress Yuri? Rice is always an option, but I don't know if I have anything to mix side dishes with. Cooking dinner for myself when parents aren't home? Bust out the KD! Hell yeah! Give that golden goodness. I quickly wash the rice and pop it in the rice cooker while I think. If I still have some pre-made curry roe left in the box, then bingo. I have enough ingredients for it, so curry it is. Good thing I went grocery shopping. My mind wanders as I dice the chicken and season it. This kind of reminds me when Sayori and Yuri cooked for me when I was sick. Talking to Mom about the house almost getting set on fire was not fun, to say the least. Oh yeah, we haven't seen the mom in a while. I'm just glad she understood they were taking care of me and that mistakes happen. Speaking of, I'd better get the stove going. After a while, I've got all the vegetables and chicken going in a pot. All it needs now is chicken stock, seasoning, and the curry roe, and it's all done. It'll be done. Wonder how Yuri's doing. Hold on. I should focus on making the food first. No need to pull a Sayori here. The sweet and slightly spicy smell of curry has completely permeated the kitchen by now. It's just like when I was a kid. Back then, it'd be Dad standing here making the curry. We'd all sit around the table for dinner, talking about our days and the days ahead. I miss those times. But I just need to focus on living in the here and now. All that stuff is in the past. Otherwise, that wouldn't make anyone happy. I'm just gonna check on Yuri before I continue down this train of thought. Hey Yuri, you doing okay? A sharp inhale through teeth sounds from the living room. Oh boy. Please don't make me please don't make me do any weird noises. Please don't make me do any weird noises. Please don't make me do any weird noises. Okay, looks like I'm good. For now. Did I startle her? Whoops.
Yeah.
Her voice seems a bit strained as she answers back. I didn't accidentally mess up her stretching, did I?
I'll be there in a moment.
It's okay. Feel free to take as much time as you need. I'll just be here. A few minutes later, I have the curry ladled into 2 dishes alongside fluffy white rice. As if on cue, Yuri finally enters the kitchen, sniffing the air appreciably.
Apologies for taking so long, Baron.
Nah, it's fine. I've made curry before, so I've got this.
It looks great, though. I haven't had Japanese curry in a while.
Well, feel free to dig in then. She smiles as she settles down into the meal. Eating together with Yuri feels almost like an intimate exercise. She carefully savors each bite as if she were a food critic, imprinting the dish to her memory. So, how's the food? Bring on all the critiques. I'm strong enough to handle them.
Your curry turned out quite well. Although, I believe you could have used some more salt. And maybe a bit more heat.
Ah, you're into spicier dishes, eh?
Well, when it comes to curry, I suppose so. My mother did always prefer spicier foods, and that ended up influencing my own tastes.
I'll keep that in mind the next time I cook dinner for you. My own parents like sweeter curries, probably because I don't have much of a spice tolerance to begin with.
There's no time like the present to begin building up that tolerance.
You've got me there. Anyway, if you're finished, I can take care of the dishes.
Oh, no! You're the one who treated me, so I should wash them. I can't allow myself to be such a bother.
Hey, it's seriously no bother at all.
But...
Alright, if you're not backing down, how about a compromise? I can wash the dishes, and you can dry them.
That works.
We gather up the dishes and pots and dump them in the sink. It doesn't take long for us to settle into a comfortable rhythm of washing and drying the dishes. However, my attention drifts more and more towards Yuri as time passes on. At one point, I'm looking over in her direction more than I am at the dishes themselves. Well, she'll probably call me out on it if my washing gets too sloppy. She's got that deep look of concentration on her face again. It's pretty amazing how she can get lost in doing things, from studying and reading to even doing the dishes. That's something I seriously admire about her. She has this unwavering ability to completely devote herself to her tasks at hand. Somehow, I can never see her giving anything up halfway through or leaving her work unfinished. Honestly speaking, it's a quality that a lot more people need.
Baron?
Huh? What's up?
You've been washing your hands for almost a minute now.
We ran out of dishes. Wait, what? I look down and see that I've been literally scrubbing my hands with a sponge. Oh, sorry. I was just...
Were you lost in thought?
Yeah, guess you could say that. Sorry.
No need to apologize. You know how often it happens to me, after all. I'm surprised that you were preoccupied with your daydreams, though. What were you thinking about, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh yeah, I was just totally just thinking about you, Yuri. Yeah, I'm gonna admit that. I'm just gonna straight up admit that. Well, I'm more surprised that Yuri isn't commenting about my staring at her. But it's good to know I'm more stealthy than I thought. You don't notice this, right? I'm totally stealthy just staring at you. And I should not be looking directly at my camera when the light is on. Oh, that was a bad idea. Ow. Good lord. I haven't given myself terrible vision yet. When is it gonna happen? 28 years, I'm the only one in my frickin' immediate family that doesn't have glasses. Feel like it's only a matter of time, though. Either that, or she's grown a lot more used to me at this point. You just get used to people staring at you. Your friends just staring at you for no reason while you're doing something. Alright, I gotta stop that because that is creepy, and I need to stop staring at my camera. Fuck. Yeah, I'm seeing the spots from it now. Great, that'll take a few minutes to get rid of. Oh, I was just thinking about how nice this day's been.
Yes, it's been lovely studying with you today. It's always nice being with you. I never find it difficult to talk to you, and you always make me feel comfortable being myself.
Yeah, same here. We stare at each other for a moment, our blushing faces breaking into smiles.
Baron?
Hmm?
May I use your restroom?
Now kiss! Settle down, Nichols. It's only Act 2. Give it a little more time. Remember, Yuri is very, timid. She shuffles away for a bit, clearly keen to rush away to the bathroom. That wasn't what I was expecting her to say. But if she needs to go, then... Guess would want to startle her like a deer in headlight? Yeah, exactly. Of course, Yuri. You know where it is, right?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Quick footsteps follow her upstairs to the restroom. Well, I don't know what I was really expecting, but I guess I'll head back into the living room. It's not too late in the day yet, but it's already dark outside.
What's taking Yuri so long? Should I check on her? Shoot, I really hope my curry didn't upset her stomach somehow. I should probably see how she's doing, just in case. Just as I make it to the top, Yuri steps out of the bathroom. Oh, Baron! Her breathing seems a bit irregular, and she looks noticeably more disheveled than I remember. She must have noticed my concerned gaze as she quickly turns away. Is there something on my face? You were just taking a really long time, so I wanted to check if you were okay. I'm fine, but thank you for your concern. The breathing is still suspiciously uneven. Are you sure? I said I'm fine. I mean... She takes a deep breath. Sorry for snapping at you. Angry Yuri. Yeah, angry Yuri. I'm just feeling a little out of sorts. No. I should be the one apologizing. I didn't mean to pry. Although I don't even know what I'm prying into. It must be serious, though, if Yuri's getting this irritable. It's no problem, Baron. We're quiet as we make our way back downstairs. I wonder what she's thinking. It's starting to get late now. Yep. I was just about to ask if you wanted to pack up and head out. I probably should. I don't want to keep you up too late on a school night. Don't worry about it. I wish we could just hang out forever, but life has other plans. A light blush tinges Yuri's pale cheeks as she continues putting away her books. Not to mention the bus schedule. Yeah, you can't be missing that now, can we? There's a soft look in Yuri's eyes as she finally takes her bag and moves to stand beside me. I believe I'm ready now. Alright then, let's go. Walking to the nearest bus stop, our pace is fairly unhurried. But that's alright. It's nice leisurely walking through the night with Yuri by my side. Upon reaching the bus stop, we sit down and look up at the clear sky. Countless stars twinkle down from the endless ocean of the night. The darkness seems all the more deep and unfathomable when compared to the luminous moon. A melancholy smile graces Yuri's face, her eyes shining in the starlight. Hey, Baron. Isn't it strange to think that some of those stars we're seeing could already be dead? We just haven't realized it yet. And we may die long before we ever realize it. I gotta look up how you actually pronounce that word. I've never actually heard it spoken aloud. In all honesty.
Ephemeral.
Ephemeral, okay. Cool. Cool. Not long lasting. Humans are ephemeral creatures after all, aren't they? Yeah, not after all, just aren't they? You talk as though you're not a human yourself. But seems kind of poetic, our being able to appreciate and remember those stars' glory even after they disappear.
Even though we might be short-lived in relation to the rest of the universe, I think it's lucky we'll still be able to experience such beauty.
That's a beautiful way of seeing it, Baron. You're right. People who die, we should be thankful that we were able to spend time with them at all.
From dead stars to dead people, huh? I wonder if Yuri's experienced loss before. Can I actually do this? Might. That didn't turn out very well, but is this loss? No. It's a stupid meme from a tragic event, but it's like, why put it in comic form? I'm sorry, but that's the weird part. Why make it into a comic? Oh boy. Oh god, I barely... I'm going off of maybe... what the hell is it? 5 hours of sleep? Maybe less? It's okay, I'll manage. I've done this before. Looking back at her, though, it's clear she's once again drifted off into her thoughts. Not even the bus's arrival seems to distract her. Hey, Yuri, the bus is here.
Oh, you're right. I hadn't noticed.
The bus is pretty empty, although that's to be expected. Most people get off before it reaches the residential areas. Yuri takes a window seat, and I slide into the seat next to her. The night sky outside is still as dark as ever, but now it's filtered by the fluorescent light reflecting off the window. Yuri yawns, politely covering her mouth as she does so.
Excuse me. I'm just feeling incredibly tired all of a sudden.
Yeah, same here. We were pretty productive today, weren't we?
Mm-hmm.
A few moments pass by quietly, with the two of us swaying gently along with the bus. Without a word passing between us, Yuri starts leaning into me. At this point, my nose is filled with the scent of lavender, mint, and... lilac? Although I might not be sure of what the scents exactly are, what I do know is that it smells nice. Besides, it just feels so... right. I can't help but feel totally relaxed, the warm fuzziness inside me causing my perception of time to slow to a glacial pace. Suddenly, Yuri sits back up with a jolt.
Sorry. I didn't realize I was dozing off.
You just really want them to kiss. It's perfectly okay. I can stay awake and keep an eye out for your stop if you want to close your eyes for a bit.
No. I'm fine.
She sure doesn't sound fine. Yuri practically can't keep her eyes open anymore.
I'm not sleepy at all.
Her voice has dropped down to a murmur, and she hastily makes an attempt at rubbing the sleep from her eyes.
Wake me up if I fall asleep again. Okay?
Alright, got it. With that, we fall back into a cozy silence. Within a few minutes, Yuri's nodding off again, once again. She feels so utterly warm beside me. It's making my heart race. There's a certain tranquility about the vulnerability of her expression when she's sleeping. Yuri must be really tired to completely fall asleep like this. I'd hate to interrupt her well-deserved sleep. After all, she's helped me a lot today, and she should get a rest. Plus, it feels really nice to have her sleep with her head on my shoulder. Well, she did ask me to wake her up again. She might just be too polite to want to sleep against me. But then again, she might also want me to respect her wishes. I'm probably overthinking this. I'll just... Well, I mean, she wants you to wake her up. She straight up said, "Wake me up if I fall asleep again." The last time she said she wanted me to do something, which was let her carry all the textbooks by herself, we let her, and she was incredibly appreciative of it. So I'm going to continue with that theme of just, I'll wake her up. She wants me to wake her up, I shall wake her up. As cute as it would be to let her sleep and then only wake her up when we get close to her stop, maybe she wants to get off at another stop because of some kind of last-minute change in plans. You never know. Don't assume you know everything. So let's wake her up. Psst. Hey, Yuri.
Ah!
Her eyes fly open as she swiftly sits back up, leaving behind only a memory of warmth on my side.
Sorry about that. And thank you for waking me up.
Plus, if she's asleep, they can't kiss with consent. Oh, Baron, knowing... not knowing everything isn't my forte. Fucking Christ. Oh. Also, hi, Jen. Yeah, not knowing everything is my fucking forte. How you doing, Jen? How's work going? I'm assuming you're at work. Someone else for my kiss. Oh my god. Oh boy, oh boy. Will be leaving shortly, was listening while I mowed the backyard. Okay, okay. Well, I appreciate you for stopping in at least. Yeah, just very brief. I don't know if you're here the whole time and just finished mowing to be able to talk. And for anyone that's just kind of randomly joining in now, we had a study session with Yuri. That's the gist of it. We had a study session, and now we're taking her home on the bus.
I didn't think that I'd be this drowsy.
Not for about half an hour. Okay. Okay, so you saw a good chunk of it then. Good. Slept in today? I envy you. I envy everyone that can sleep in. No problem. Want to talk to keep you from falling asleep again?
Sure. That seems like a good idea. So what would you like to speak about?
I didn't really think that far. I envy people that can get up and be functional in the morning. It's a lot of willpower, Nichols. I'll tell you that right now. It's a lot of willpower. Yuri shoots me an amused smile before looking out the window again.
May I ask you a silly question?
Ask away.
Do you think that after graduation, we'll all still remain close?
Oh, they forgot a word there. Cool.
Even if we go to different universities and don't get to spend any time together?
Good question. Jen, are we still close? Despite being cities away now? You say we're still close friends? Like close to each other as friends, that kind of thing. Despite not being able to see each other as easily. Yeah. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, sorry to kind of put you on the spot there. I just thought it was just kind of like, yeah, why not? Let's just do that. Audience interaction.
Come on.
Just heard half the sentence from across the room. Okay. Yeah, understandable. Of course, Yuri. Even if our futures take us to different places, I'm not gonna let something like distance stop us from being friends. Like close to the sun? To being Rockstar? Who knows? Truth is, I put more thought into this ever since I talked to everyone about our futures. But I've decided that no matter what, I still want to stay friends with everyone. And that goes double for Yuri. Yuri gives a gentle smile and scoots an inch closer to me. Sure, sometimes we might be very far away from each other. But we got phones and planes and trains and cars. If I didn't have any other way, I'd still take the time to walk to see you. Sounds like Yuri may have avoidance attachment disorder and needs a lot of reassurance. Yeah, she's got something going on. About style, not disorder.
To be honest, that's comforting to hear. Although, you know, we still have less time to spend together once we graduate, right?
I'd like to think we're good enough friends not let something silly like graduation get between us.
Yes, that's true. Sorry, I just get anxious about these things.
Nah, it's probably something that everyone worries about. I don't think anyone wants to lose touch with their friends after graduation. Yuri proceeds to look out the window, lost in thought.
Sometimes I think about all the memories we lose as we grow older. For instance, I know that there's some important things my father told me before, but I can never quite recall them. I wonder how much I'll remember of today in 20 years' time.
Her voice softens as she speaks, lowering down to a husky timbre. I want to say something comforting to her, but I don't know the right words. Well, you can always just ask your dad about it again, right? You'll remember it as the day you first kissed Barrett. God damn, Nichols. You're almost as bad as Game Baron. Calm down. I think as long as you keep in touch with people and don't take anyone for granted, you'll be able to continue making happy memories with everyone. Sayori flashes through my mind for a moment as I say this.
I suppose so. On another note, I believe my stop is coming up.
As the bus nears Yuri's stop, she goes through her bag to check that everything's in place. You didn't forget anything, did you?
No, thankfully not.
Want me to walk you home?
No, I wouldn't want you to go that far out of your way.
She looks down for a moment, scuffing her shoe against the floor.
Thank you.
What for? There's a hesitation before she answers, but she quickly shoots me a bittersweet smile.
For putting up with me, perhaps. I'm sorry. It's just a rather difficult topic for me to discuss. It's nothing against you, of course.
Don't worry, I get you. There's no need to rush and tell me. You have all the time in the world.
Your patience is forever appreciated.
No problem. Why don't you put it against... Hey, Brozard, how you doing? If you ever feel like talking, just let me know and I'll listen. Her expression relaxes as she takes a slow, deep breath.
That means a lot to me, Baron.
With a slow wheeze, the bus finally stops to let Yuri off.
Well, I'll have to get going now. Thank you for everything.
You don't have to thank me all the time, you know. I'll see you tomorrow, Yuri. Waving one last time, Yuri ducks out of the bus and into the cool night air. I said, why would you hold it against me? bell rings, signaling the end of another school day. As the usual sound of footsteps and scraping chairs fills the air, I stand up and make my way down to the literature club. Oh boy. That song's never a good thing. As I push the door open, the air immediately fills with what sounds like an argument. A given, seeing as I could hear Natsuki's voice down the corridor. And who's our unfortunate opponent this time? $5 says it's Yuri. Ah, of course.
All I'm saying is that cash should be a perfectly viable option to give us as a present.
Yes, Natsuki's totally arguing with Sayori.
But isn't that a rather cold and pragmatic present?
I sidle up to Monica and Sayori. So, how'd this one start?
I was talking to Monica about having a secret Santa for Christmas, which led the conversation onto gifts. Natsuki mentioned that she wouldn't mind receiving money, and here we are.
We all watch as the two girls continue to squabble, both of them still looking fairly adamant about their positions. Aren't you gonna break it up? I would like you to spend this money on X thing is perfectly reasonable. For Secret Santa, it's a bit... I mean, as a gag gift for a family Secret Santa, I put $20 inside a box with a fucking rock. Just to make it seem like it was something. Never doing it again, I just did it for the laughs. Like, there you go, a rock and $20. It's $5 in rolls of Brozard! Dude! That's mean. They still... No store is gonna want, you know, rolls of pennies. Yeah, that's a whole other trip you now need to plan for. Yeah, I know they'll take them if they're rolled, but But Jen, if you were working cash, would you want rolls of pennies taking up space inside your till for the rest of the day? Because some asshole expected you, just dropped a whole bunch of pennies on you? I just buck my manager. Oh my god. Now I don't feel as bad for the rock and $20 thing. You had rolls in their office, so they'd put 5 in and put it in their office, I assume. I mean, yeah, but the manager could also just kind of be an asshole. And who knows how long it'll be till you actually get the manager to do it. It's like, yeah, I'm still taking all this money from other people, and I gotta coordinate, you know, rolls of pennies. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's 10 rolls of pennies. I just realized that now. 10 rolls of pennies filling up your goddamn till until a manager can do something about it. Oh. Mom wanted to pay for her poutine in France with... Yeah, that would be very annoying for them. It's a white elephant party, not a store purchase. I mean, you know, it's just, I mean, at least Jan, your mom, didn't pull a me in the airport before coming back from Japan. I wanted to get rid of a bunch of the change I had left, like just all the, as much of the coins as I could from Japan. Because the currency exchange would only take the bills. So I was just like bought a drink and a little pastry or whatever from the thing there. I kind of gave up counting the coins and just kind of dumped it on the trays like, I don't know, what take whatever it costs. Like, that's an I was an asshole that day. I just dropped all the coins like, yeah, just count out the total. I gave up. I just want to get on this plane and go the hell home. But, however, despite me doing that, I still have a crap ton of change. This bag is full of coins. I have a few dollars in yen still. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't tip if I wanted to. But then I would seem like a mega asshole if it's like, here you go, here's your tip. So, hey, if anyone's going to Japan, I'll gladly trade you some yen for CAD. If I don't go back first, though. Granted, most of that is 1 yen coins. I'll count it out one day just to see how much yen I have. Oh my god, imagine traveling. I know, right? One of these days. One of these days. I could. But I think it still counts as more of a debate, rather than a full-blown argument. And I'm hoping that it gives me gift ideas. Monday will be 2 weeks after getting my second vax. The roommates are trying to decide which burger place to take me to. Which burger place you want to go to, Brozard? Yes. That should just be your answer. Yes. I turn back to the verbal sparring session. There's no thought put into it. All you're doing is telling the receiver to buy their own present in lieu of you taking the effort to do so. And that's the point of giving the people money. I'd be happier getting money than something I don't need or want for Christmas. You can do anything with that money. Anything! And you don't have to worry about what to do with a present you don't want. It just seems tasteless to me.
There's no Christmas spirit involved. Christmas is supposed to be more than just a gift exchange.
But what about the people who don't know me well? Or who don't know what to get me? Are they just supposed to ask me what I want? That room's a surprise too. At that point, I'd rather cut out the middleman, just get money as a present.
In that case, they should just try to subtly get to know you better, or ask one of your friends.
Yeah, money's great. Money's great. Secrets for Secret Santa? No. Yeah, because that's so easy to do. What if I just flat out want money as a present because I don't need anything? Or because I want to save up money for something big to get myself?
That's not the point of presents, though.
Okay, then what's the point of it all, huh?
As I said, the point is to show people that you care for them by gifting them things you believe they need or want.
I was trying to buy a laptop last year, so I got money for most... Yeah. Okay, there's an argument that can be made for both sides. But what if I want money? Like, geez, sorry for not being rich enough to not worry about saving up for things.
It's just not something you do during Christmas. Well, gift giving shouldn't really be a central part of Christmas. But given that we do emphasize it now in modern times, we should see the process of picking out a present and gifting it to someone as a celebration of all the time you spent with the recipient. It shows that you care enough to give them something personal. Impermanent presents, things that don't last, really just quick and easy substitute for thoughtful, lifelong gifts.
Okay, if you hate impermanent presents so much, then I'm guessing you don't like food as presents too?
I wouldn't say I hate them.
Come on! What's wrong with food? It's a perfectly good gift! The Natsuki voice is off again. I feel it.
I mean, I wouldn't mind having some sweets as a gift, but items that could be tied to experiences or are more sentimental in nature make for much better gifts. Shouldn't gifts be of more long-term value? If you give someone food, they're just gonna eat it, and within a day, it'll be gone. Whereas, if you get someone a book or clothes, they'll be able to keep it for far longer.
I will take cookies or baked goods as a gift any day of the week. I will take books or clothes as gifts any day of the week. You get me something, I will love and appreciate it. That's me. I will love and appreciate what you give me. I don't really care what it is. I just like the thought that's like, yeah, I think you'd want or need this, even if it is just money. I won't take a punch to the face, though. That, no. You can keep that. What makes you think that food can't have any sentiment attached? If you give someone food that you made yourself, there's still a lot of thoughtfulness going into it. Seriously disagree with Yuri. She's not even making sense. Do not give people food or money, get them what they want. What if they want food or money? Well, still no. Yeah. Like chocolates. They're a pretty popular gift.
Yes, but not as Christmas presents. They're typically suited for White Day or Valentine's Day. And besides, I didn't say anything about them not being sentimental.
Well, you sure seem to be implying it.
Who said that gifts absolutely have to last forever? I thought this isn't wrong, but you have to... don't be a gift Nazi. Yeah. So you gotta go? Alright, Jen, thanks for stopping by. I hope you have a good rest of the day. You said Christmas was supposed to be more than a gift exchange. It seems like you're pretty hung up on the gifts part.
Well, looks like this might be heating up. I glance over to Monica and Sayori, who shrug back at me. Should we do something? Although Monica isn't much of a mediator.
That's... It's only because you've been taking this tradition and... eliminating all the emotion involved. Huh? But all I'm saying is that people have different feelings towards these things. And anyway, aren't you the one imposing your own tastes on others? Not everyone wants a book for Christmas. You're the one who's deriding my opinions. For someone who supposedly cares a lot about other people's feelings, you don't seem to care about mine. What? The only thing I've been saying is that money isn't a bad gift option. And food, too. All this time, I've just been defending my own position.
Yeah, I agree, Baron. Any gift given to me in good faith will be received warmly. Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Why the heck are you attacking me over this? I'm not attacking. It's just that you don't seem to care about Christmas spirit at all. You shouldn't try to take advantage of these traditions for your own selfish reasons.
Natsuki goes red with anger, clearly fuming.
Selfish? I'm selfish for having an opinion about what I personally want for Christmas? Do you have any idea? Ugh. So I can't care about what I get, or I'm a bad person? You...
Crap. I look over at Monica and Sayori, who stare back at me, eyes wide. Monica nods her head at them, as if to encourage me to break it up. Man, why me? Well, I guess I might be considered the closest to Yuri at this point. But still! Either way, I'd better intervene fast before someone says something they'll really regret. But whose side should I pick? Natsuki's pretty much been on the defensive the whole time, and she's actually made some pretty good points. But as much as I'd hate to say it, if I back up Yuri, I'll probably get brownie points with her. In any case, I'd better say something fast. So I'll just pick.
Don't do this to me, game!
I'm just gonna save that right there so I at least have that in case I think things go badly. Don't do this to me, game. Fuck. I'm on the Yuri route, so I'd want to agree with Yuri, but Natsuki's the one making the most sense right now. No, don't do this to me, don't do this to me, don't fucking do this to me. Okay. Okay. Let's think this through. Natsuki is making very, very, very valid points. And she is, in fact, you know... She is, you know, doing, she's just, like, defending her opinion. Yuri is being incredibly aggressive. Kind of not really making any sense. But I get where she's coming from. And yeah, you know what, Nichols? I'm gonna take that idea. Oh, thanks for the follow, Dr. Dinosaur. How you doing? Also, I gotta move my alert box up from... Yeah. My alert box is hiding behind, so I didn't get the full thing. So can I do polls? I don't think I can do polls. At least it's not letting me. I feel like that might actually only be an affiliate thing. Yeah, I am, and it's saying no matches. So, I'll... Yeah, unrecognized command. So I can't do it as just a non-affiliate, which sucks. So, I'll make it easy this way. 1 in the chat if you agree with Natsuki, 2 in the chat if you agree with Yuri. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. Alright, so that's 2 for Natsuki. And yeah. I think it came in a little late, Dr. Dinosaur, so I don't think you know the context, unless you do it. You're going with 2? Just to be the contrarian? Well, majority wins. Agreeing with Natsuki. Yeah, 1 is get people what they want for Christmas, 2 is the spirit of gift giving. So get something that is more meaningful and long-lasting. Yeah. Like, I'm leaning toward Natsuki, so it's kind of anyway, it's anyway gonna end up as Natsuki. I mean, if you still want to change your opinion, your option there, Dr. Dino, go ahead. Well, not silence opinion. Yeah, Yuri's being a little weird about it. Actually, not really weird about it. I get where she is coming from, but she's not making any sense. It's like, get them something they want, but what if they want money, but don't? Yeah, it's... And I mean, I am on her route, but just sucking up to her probably isn't the best idea. So, yeah, let's go Natsuki. People are bad at knowing what they want. Hey, guys, hold up! The girls both turned to me, Yuri with a hopeful expression, and Natsuki still seething.
What? Are you here to be Yuri's knight in shining armor? Ready to rail on me too?
Jeez. She makes me regret choosing her side. Yeah, like, I give gifts in the way Yuri's arguing, but if someone asks for money, I'm not gonna be like, no, fuck you. Fuck you, you get no money. Here is perfectly knitted scarf. Well, even so, I can't just lie and say that Natsuki's in the wrong, right? Natsuki, look, I actually agree with you, alright? You... you do? She stares at me, eyebrows raised, and then crosses her arms and turns to the side with a pout.
I mean, of course you do! Because I'm right!
Monica and I simultaneously roll our eyes.
Baron, what?
Shoot, Yuri. I can't avoid catching her eyes. She has a rather forlorn look on her face, almost as if she's just been betrayed. Better clear the air. Yuri, that's not to say you didn't have any good points yourself. But I just think you've been arguing against the wrong position.
Yeah, exactly! If someone doesn't want money or food as a gift, it's not like I'm gonna give it to them anyway. All I said was that we shouldn't totally write them off, because there are people out there who like those things as gifts. Yeah. And they shouldn't be shamed for it.
If you think about it, there's nothing morally wrong with gifting money to people. It's really just a cultural convention that makes it. It's really just called a cultural convention that makes it taboo, right? I didn't even know that was a thing. But even then, not everyone subscribes to that convention.
That's right! Never really met anyone who dislikes getting or giving money. Until you, I guess. I see.
Yuri nervously twirls a strand of hair through her fingers, refusing to meet our gazes. I'm guessing she never really loses her arguments. Do Japanese people not do the red envelope? They do that. They do the red envelope thing for New Year's. Lunar New Year, I believe.
But it's just so utilitarian.
I get that. I really do. Yeah, red envelope with money. You usually only give it to your immediate family and maybe, close friends. But, like you said, the gift exchange shouldn't be the central focus of Christmas, right? Get this, Yuri. Some people are utilitarian and will appreciate you acknowledging it. Yup. I think that as long as you're happy with what you get, it should be fine. Sometimes, I don't have anything I particularly want either, and in those cases, I'm perfectly happy with receiving money.
Plus, it's not like I turned down a gift from someone if I didn't like it. I'd still thank them for it and stuff. Anyway, people should just tailor their gifts to the receiver's tastes.
Or gifts or whatever. Yeah, words.
I only meant to say that money and food are valid gifts. To be honest, I think I'd be happy just getting anything from anyone. Because just giving a gift shows that you care. Well, I guess unless the gift openly isn't chosen with me in mind.
The conversation peters out a bit, leaving Natsuki and Yuri facing each other in silence.
I see. Sorry for the misunderstanding. It's fine. I guess this is something you're passionate about. Even so, I shouldn't have tried to refute your preference, seeing as how it's a totally subjective thing. I should have made sure that I should have made sure that I understood your position fully. Oh, sorry for all the unnecessary trouble I've caused. How embarrassing. It's like I said, it's fine now. I just won't ever get you money or food for Christmas.
The room fills with light chuckles, suddenly breaking the tension that had been filling the air. Note to self, don't give Yuri money for Christmas or she'll leave the country and start a new life somewhere else. Jesus Christ. Thanks for stepping in, Baron. I seriously thought that Natsuki was going to say something terrible.
Same.
No problem. I was afraid of the same thing, so...
Hey! I wasn't... Well... Stop looking at me! One of your charms is being a fiery hothead, though. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit hot-headed, but... Wait, how is that a charm?
We've got to have someone loud and assertive to add diversity to our club. Otherwise, there's no one to stir things up.
And that's supposed to be a good thing?
It's called Tsundere Natsuki.
Well, you do tend to challenge my perceptions in a good way. I do wish that our arguments weren't so... heated. But it's good to have someone keep my judgmental side in check. And I suppose I wouldn't want to have sycophants as friends. Not to say that I'm such a great person that I'd warrant having sycophants.
What is a sycophant? I know I've heard that before. I'm probably even saying it wrong. Sycophant. Person toward... Okay. Basically, if we took Yuri's side, we'd be...
Sycophant.
A sycophant. We'd just be taking her side to gain favor with her. Yeah, that's not... No. I'm glad I didn't choose that option then.
Same here. But it would be nice to have a butler who'd do anything I wanted. Like...
She suddenly turns to me, snaps a finger, and points at the ground. Jesus Christ.
Baron, let me use you as a footrest.
Who made me into your personal butler?
Hey, do I pay you to talk back to me? You're not paying me at all. Maybe if Baron's class does a butler cafe next cultural festival, you can order him around like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that never happens now. God damn it! Then how about a maid cafe? I'd love to see Baron in a maid outfit.
Oh, that sounds like fun!
You know what? I bet I'd look amazing in a dress. Once again, the room fills with cheerful laughter. Okay, everyone. Now that that's over, since everyone is here now, how about we get on with the Secret Santa?
Sure thing! My apologies. I didn't realize everyone was waiting for us to finish. Yeah, alright.
Monica steps forward with a classic red and white Santa hat. There's a faint rustling of paper from within. Well, guys, don't be shy. Take a name out of the hat, and whoever you get is who you have to buy a gift for. Harry Potter? How did his name get in there? Did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire, Harry? Dumbledore said calmly. I'm a lurk. BRB walk. Okay, doke, Dr. Dino. Thanks very much. I appreciate you coming by, and thanks again for the follow. If I got Yuri, I'd totally give something in a way to make it look like money. I'll go first. Her hand disappears into the hat for a moment. She withdraws it, and after taking a look at the name on the piece of paper, she slips it into her pocket. Who wants to go next? I'm surprised you didn't ask her who she got, Sayori.
Hey! I know how a Secret Santa works, thank you.
I laugh as she pouts and sticks her hand into the hat. Much like Monica, she also slips the paper into her pocket. I'm guessing they're jacket pockets? Because those skirts definitely don't have pockets. Unless the pockets on their jacket are fake. Or just flaps. Maybe the skirts do have pockets. Won't know because they'll never elaborate. Both Natsuki and Yuri follow suit, leaving me last. There's only one piece of paper at this point, so it's a pretty quick decision. Yeah, I was kind of glad my friends could finally meet up again after like a month or two ago, before the third lockdown started. We were finally able to exchange our Christmas gifts. Months after Christmas. It was fun. I mean, it's where I got my... Well, actually, they came earlier for that, but... Regardless, it's where I got the... Natsuki and Sayori body pillow, and then, even though it came really late, it's where I got the Natsuki poem shirt. Still not forgiving my friend and his wife for putting the Natsuki cover inside a trash bag when they gave it to me. And I got it. And I got Yuri. I look over at her, but she's sporting a remarkably good poker face. In fact, everyone is, so it's impossible to even guess who the recipients are. Well, that's that. This should be interesting. Wait, hang on. Where are we all gonna meet?
We hadn't got around to sorting that. Maybe we could have a Christmas party at someone's house? Can't do it at my house, sorry.
Me neither. My parents wouldn't approve. I wouldn't mind doing it at mine. Neither of my parents are home, so it's pretty much an empty house. You guys okay with a Christmas party around mine, then? There's a general murmur of agreement. Wait, what about food? Oh, that's a good question. To be honest, I reckon I could have a stab at trying to cook some food for us. Maybe some teriyaki? Something like that. You? Make food for us. Yeah? What's wrong with that?
I didn't know you could cook, Baron.
Me neither. The fucking look on her face! Oh my god, Monica! Is it a real shock that I could potentially know how to fucking cook? Damn! You look like I shot your dog. Jesus Christ, no faith.
You always used to binge on junk food and ready-made meals. That doesn't really fill me with confidence. Hey! Don't underestimate Baron, everyone. I've tried his cooking before, and he's definitely a fast learner.
Wait, what?
When was this?
All three girls turned to look curiously at Yuri, which typically prompts a flustered expression. She came over to my place a few times. In fact, she's the one who taught me the basics.
Where Baron learned to cook is besides the point, though. More importantly, I feel like it's a bit much to ask Baron to both host the party and cook the food. That's true. It's a lot to put on his shoulders. I think he can handle it.
It's fine, guys. It's not like I have much to do to host it, right? And I want to test out my cooking skills anyway.
Well, if you're sure, then thanks for having us.
It should be a lot of fun, guys. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too! I haven't had a Christmas party in ages. Your cooking better be up to snuff, Baron.
Jeez, no pressure then. Give him a chance, Natsuki. Anyway, now that our party has been sorted, why don't we share some poems? Okay. I am going to save that there. And I will call that a day for Doki Doki. It is getting to lunchtime. I am hungry. My throat is my throat, as usual, doing all these random-ass voices. And I've been out of tea for a long while, so I'm also thirsty. That was certainly a thing. Like, what a... Whew. That was quite the ride. Just more hanging out study date with Yuri to that wonderful argument about Christmas gifts.
So that means next time we pick up Blue Skies, we'll be
going through Christmas. So that'll be fun. Or at least going through the gift buying portion of it. Or actually, I think we'll go through full. I cannot remember, to be honest. It's been so long, I can't remember what happens in all these routes specifically, or I don't even know when Act 3 starts. 'Cause we're still in Act 2, and there's 4 acts. That's going pretty damn long. Like, holy crap! I think even when doing all the Katawa streams, Act 2 never took this long. I've been doing for about... The stream's been going for about the same time, so... Still, it's been pretty fun. Where am I here? Alright, so, tomorrow, 10 o'clock... Speaking of it, Katawa Shoujo. We're back to Katawa Shoujo, going through and starting Act 4 of Shizune's route, so we're nearly done her. It might take 2 streams, as per usual, with my Katawa streams, but I might go a little longer. I don't know, I'll see. I have an idea of how long that one's going to end up taking. So we might just actually fully end off Shizune right tomorrow. Potentially. I might even try to plan for it just to power through and finish her off. Heh. So, anyway, thanks everybody for coming, watching, lurking, commenting, all of that wonderful, great stuff. I appreciate it very much. Thanks again to Dr. Dinosaur for the follow. Thank you very much for that. So, I hope you all have a good rest of your Thursday. I'll see you next time.